So, one thing I like to do, especially in online classes, is to give everybody a tour of my Brightspace page. So, I'm going to show you where things are, what you can do, things like that. So, first off, I'm going to switch to my learner view. And when you come to our class, this is what it's going to look like in the home page of our class. So you're going to know which one is our class because it will have a picture of me, sort of, if like me and Anne Hathaway had a baby or something. But so yeah, so it's meant to sort of be there for you to navigate to it easily, and to know, oh, that's Miss Foster's class or Miss Brienne's class. So this is our class. You'll see that there is a visual table of contents widget, which is what they call these boxes. And you'll see that we have a class policies module here, and then a module for each of the 4 units that we're doing. Each unit will include an essay plus some readings, and some smaller writing assignments, things like that. And then finally a module for the cover letter at the end, which we'll get to. So first, if you look at class policies, you'll see, all the information about the class, including how to contact me, all of the procedures and policies for the class, even some additional resources here, and then a schedule for the class. Now, I use a lot of discussion boards, and Brightspace, not very good at reminding you to do discussion boards, so the schedule is going to be really important for you. If you're the kind of person who likes to have a hard copy of the schedule, I highly recommend that you print it out for yourself. It's a fairly short document. I believe only 2 pages long. Yeah, so it's just 2 pages long, and you can print it out, or you can just take a look at it every once in a while. I would recommend taking a look at it once a week. That said, I am going to be sending you to do lists every week. So going back to our home page, you're going to see the to-do lists pop up in announcements, because that's where I'm going to put the to-do lists. So I'm going to have a to-do list sent to you every week that tells you what tasks you need to get done for that week. A lot of the tasks are going to be due on Sunday at midnight, but there are also a lot of tasks that are going to be due midweek in order to, like peer reviews, so that you have time to get feedback before that stuff is ready. So yeah, it's just going to be right here in announcements, a to-do list of all the things that you need to do. And then underneath of announcements is Office 365 widget. And if you sign into your Office 365 account from here, then you'll always be able to access your OneDrive, and all of your Office 365 applications like Word or Excel or PowerPoint. All of those will be right here in this widget, because otherwise you have to go to your email and find it there. I highly recommend that you just sign into your SWIC student email account right here. You basically just put in your email information, and it'll show up on this widget here. Okay, so that's a really cool feature that I recommend that you set up. Work to do, please don't rely on this too heavily. Like I said, Brightspace, not very good at reminding you to do things like discussion boards, and so those aren't going to necessarily show up on your work to do. I don't know if they've fixed that or not, but don't rely on work to do, and don't rely on your notifications to tell you when things are due, because again, Brightspace, which it's not a perfect system, when you get real mad at it, just shorten it to BS. And so yeah, Brightspace, it has issues, so don't rely on it to tell you when stuff is due, to tell you when stuff is ready, because it's really just not going to work for you. Okay, you're going to miss stuff. So make sure that you're checking that to-do list for the week every week. I'll send that out on Monday morning. And make sure that you are checking the schedule, which is in class policies. Okay? Down here, you'll see the calendar. That's where stuff will show up saying, hey, this is going to be due. And that is fairly accurate. So, but again, just make sure that you're double checking your homework that you need to do, and not just relying on technology to tell you when it's going to be due, okay? Because it just doesn't work like that. If you're used to using Google Classroom or something like that, this is not Google Classroom. If you're used to using Brightspace even, this is not Brightspace. This is, or not Brightspace, Blackboard. If you're used to using Blackboard, this is not Blackboard. It's not good at reminders. It's just not, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, when you go into Brightspace, you'll also see a content tab, and that'll take you to sort of the content stuff. You can also get there by clicking on the modules from the table of contents widget. If you do that, please click on the word. So right here it would be class policies. Click on that instead of trying to click on these buttons, because those are just going to try to take you directly to topics within the module, and it just click on the word instead. So that we can avoid that mess. So don't click on the arrows. Just don't do it. They're not organized to do that. So don't click on the arrows. Click on the word, and it'll take you directly into the module itself. Whereas if you clicked on the double arrow, it would take you directly into the guidelines, and then you're like, where's the rest of the stuff for this? Anyway, so just to show you what our units are going to look like, when you go into one of our units, our first one is going to be autobiography and 6 songs. And you're going to see the guidelines up at the top, and then all of the drafts for the essay, then 2 readings from the student guide to the portfolio, an additional reading which includes 2 different articles, and then a reflection on the essay. So I'll send another video letting you know, like showing you how to turn different kinds of assignments in, just so that you can see that. And I'll give you more information on what I'm looking for in some of the minor assignments in that video as well. So it'll be worth watching, even if you already know kind of how to turn stuff in on Brightspace. But that's a basic overview of what our units are going to look like, and so that each one is going to look about the same. Okay, I like to structure things in a way that you know what to expect for each unit. So each unit has similar, activities and drafts and things like that. And then the cover letter will be a little bit the same way, but just a little shorter. Okay. So I also want to point out that you can get to the course schedule from that button right there. It'll tell you the upcoming, or you can click full schedule to see what's going on when. So that's always nice. I haven't entered all the due dates yet, so it's not all on there, but I will update the due dates later on. And then you can also get to the official course syllabus from here. So if you need that, but all of the information is going to be in class policies. All of the information that's on the course syllabus is on class policies, only broken down into manageable chunks and really fleshed out in a way that it's not on the syllabus. So yeah. I also want to point out that you can get to grades by clicking on grades, and it'll show you the grades for stuff. I'm also told that you will be able to see your feedback. So when you turn in when you turn something in to me, you're going to be able to see when there's feedback ready, and you're going to be able to access the document with the feedback from here. Okay. You're going to see them pushing the Pulse app. If you want to get the Pulse app, that's the application for Brightspace. Why is it called Pulse? I don't know. They don't consult me on these things. So, it's if you're more of a phone person than a computer person, it might be worth doing. But it's not going to show you anything that you can't see on your computer. Okay. So yeah, I also want to point out support services. You can see a bunch of different support services are here, and those are going to take you to their websites, so you can access the library, the Success Center, online tutoring, after hours tutoring, academic advising, disability access center, technology, all of these different services you can access from this page, and it's actually easier to get to it from this page than it is from the SWIC homepage. So I just want to let you know that that's there for you. So that's all you'll need to know for this class. And that's, the basic overview of what's in this class. That's all the buttons that you'll need to know about, and all of the things that you'll need to be able to click. And like I said, I'll be posting a video on how to submit different kinds of assignments in Brightspace, and how to and giving more information about those minor assignments. Okay? All right. So I will talk to you all later. It was wonderful to be able to give you this tour. And if you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to reach out and ask. Okay? So that's all for today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.